Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're fishing from the cliffs at Burrow Head. We parked at the car park for St Ninian's Cave, and we were hoping that we could fish a few different spots and work our way along the cliffs. But we had never fished this end of the cliffs before, and we soon realised that there wasn't anywhere that had both deep water and a way to get down safely. There was a few spots along the coast that looked really good, but it was just too risky to try and climb down to them. Eventually we found somewhere that looked really good, and it was a fairly easy climb to get down to it. We had the lobster pot with us, so we threw that in before we got the rod set up. It was baited with a couple of smashed up sardines. And even if we weren't going to catch anything in it, it meant that there was a good bit of scent going about in the water that would hopefully attract some fish in. For bait, we had ragworm and prawn with us. Rory had a wee shot with the lures as well, but I wasn't really feeling very well, so I just stuck to bait fishing and relaxed a bit. On this rod, I had a paternoster rig with size 2 circle hooks, and I started off with ragworm. There was deep water right in front of us, so I didn't have to cast very far. I started getting bites before I even got my other rod set up. It was a really pretty little wrasse, and I did expect to catch quite a few of these, because when we were here last year, we caught loads and loads of them, and a few really good size fish as well. Fresh bait on. I set up my lightweight rod with the same rig, and I was using prawn on this one. And again, just dropping it fairly close in. This next wee wrasse came about 10 minutes later. I love catching wrasse, even little ones, because the colours are so amazing, and you rarely catch two that have the same patterns. I put fresh prawn on the lightweight rod, and before I even had a chance to put it down,
into a huge fish. Pollock. Do you think you'll get down there? Me.
That's a monster.
Oh, got him. The size of its eye.
I wasn't keeping the fish, so I wanted to get them back in as quick as possible. I should have quickly measured them. I forgot we had a tape with us, but Rory gets one about the same size later on, and we get a measure on that one. It was a good solid fish, and it was a lovely bright gold colour. Really nice fish. He zoomed off straight away. That pollock took the bait as soon as it hit the bottom, and on my next cast, a big wrasse done the exact same.
Another good fish. There we go. What? Stunning fish. Away he goes. Superb. Freshwater one.
And on this cast, a fish done the exact same again. Took it right away.
Wow, again. It's just a little one. Not even getting a chance to put the rod down.
After getting 3 in a row straight away, I had to wait 10 or 15 minutes before I got this next bite. It was another stunning little wrasse with really beautiful markings on it.
Oh, nearly dropped on that. A nice little wrasse. Another pretty little wrasse. Away he goes.
The fishing really dropped off at high tide, and we went about 45 minutes or an hour with no bites.
Lounging.
Feel like carp fishermen.
Because we caught the big pollock on prawn, had changed both my rods over to prawn, but it wasn't really paying off, and I got a fish pretty much straight away once I changed back to worm.
Just got one on worm straight away there.
In the next half an hour, I caught loads of fish. It was pretty much a fish I cast. There was one that took me into a ledge and snapped me off, but Rory catches the same fish later on, and we get the hook back. This wee wrasse had such bright blues on his tail, the camera doesn't really do it justice. We were running low on worms, so luckily the bait had stayed on the hook that time, and managed to catch another fish straight away using the same worm.
Oh, straight away. That's a bit better, that one. Such bright colours on that one. Whoa. Stunning fish. Big fish.
This was an absolute stunner of a wrasse, but unfortunately, just as I went to throw him back in, he kicked, and I didn't manage to get him in head first, and he was a little bit dazed. I was starting to get a little bit worried for him, because it was taking him a while to recover, but wrasse are a really tough fish, and eventually he swam away.
There he goes. Brilliant.
Survivor.
This next fish that Rory catches is one that I lost earlier on in the day when it managed to take me into a ledge and snap me off.
There's two on that one.
There's two.
I thought that fish had took both the baits on that rod, but it's one that got snapped off earlier on. It's an extra hook. It's not the one that was on that. At least I got the hook back and got it out the fish.
Straight after that, he caught an absolute cracker of a pollock.
Ooh, pollock, maybe.
Oh, that's a cracker. Should have wound in more. Oh, it's a belter. You keeping him?
Right.
Get him up there. It's a belter there, Fred.
20-inch.
20-inch pollock. Nice. It's a cracker, well done, mate.
We caught another couple of little wrasse before we decided to call it a day and pull up the crab pot. It came up empty, but I've included a clip from a trip where I went up to Arbroath, where I had a bit of a nightmare fishing wise, but I did manage to catch a crab in the pot after only about 20 minutes. There was much more swell than I thought there was going to be on this trip, and I got absolutely soaked while I was throwing the pot out.
Me, man.
I got set up fishing, but I had arrived at low tide, and I soon realised that I wasn't going to be able to stay on these rocks with this swell, and I didn't think I would get the pot back out if it was getting battered around by the waves so much. So after about 20 or 30 minutes, I just pulled it in and decided to head somewhere else. The next spot that I tried fishing this day, I didn't have any luck either, so I was happy I got this crab at least.
Hey. Well, we didn't blank anyway. Wee velvet swimming crab. I'll pop it back in that way.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.